So this is the end of year game plan. And in this video, we're going to show you how to stop clients canceling, keep them engaged and paying, and actually take a fucking holiday this year. Because this time of year is one of the hardest periods. Well, we're coming up on one of the hardest periods of the year for PTs, for personal trainers. There's only 12 weeks left of 2024. Like, we're in fucking October already.
Yep.
There's not much fucking left.
No, dude. No. And these guys are super busy, right? They're in the middle of busyness in their world, but they're not realizing it's going to come quick, right?
Yep. And if they don't fucking get out ahead of it, then shit is going to hit the fan, and they're going to end up like every fucking other year where they're going to be working through the holidays. They're going to be fucking scrambling to just try and fucking keep food on the table and buy presents and do all the extra things that fucking comes with Christmas. And it's not going to be a fun time. So we wanted to create this video to give you guys a bit of a strategy and a game plan to actually avoid that from happening. We have helped a lot of our students put this exact same strategy and this process in place so that they don't have to fucking do what they do every single other year to make ends meet through Christmas. Stop the clients canceling and actually, keep them engaged and paying so you can take a holiday. Dude, fucking Kmart's even got Christmas decorations up.
Really?
It's fucking ridiculous. Like, it's October. So this is the thing, like most of the time, most people love this time of year because it means that they're fucking getting time off work. They're not having to spend time fucking commuting and going to the office and all the headaches that come with their work. Whereas PTs, it's like the total opposite. It's like they fucking stress out. And most of the students that we've coached have gone through this for, Matt Ellis is a great example. He's like, prior to working with us, like 10 years as a PT. And every single time Christmas time comes around, it's like, it's fucking stressful. And it's like, it's a huge different story to most people. Because really the only thing PTs really have to look forward to is like clients canceling and no guarantee of whether people are actually coming back. There's no, it's really, they're losing their income. Most people are getting paid leave.
Yeah, most people have got a job. They can stop. They can go on holiday. You can go to the beach house.
Keep getting paid and they keep getting, it's like they can fucking just chill. Whereas PTs, it's like even more stress on top of already what they're fucking dealing with on a daily, weekly basis. So
you don't want to have to be hanging around in your local suburban gym or going to the city or wherever you work to still make money to pay your bills, right? At Christmas time. No, guys, think about that.
So if we think about it, there's really two main issues, right? Clients are stopping paying, right, over the holidays because they're wanting to take time off. They're wanting to chill out. They're wanting to do less. And then because of that, PTs then have to work through Christmas period to avoid losing the clients that they have left. What do we do to fix it, right? First, we need to understand why does that actually happen? And there's three reasons for that. Firstly, this is the thing that we see pretty much all PTs still doing, is that they're still using the outdated per session pricing model, right? They're still fucking doing what every other PT is doing. They're just repeating the same thing that they're taught when they sign up to, when they join the gym, when they start working as a PT. And they're just like stuck in that hamster wheel. It's the time for money trap.
They put all their value on training sessions, not the value on the fact that they are a coach. I don't want to give it away, but this is what we see. And people go, but what do you mean? Like, that's normal, right? That's how we're all taught by your personal training manager or whoever, or everyone that's in the same space. But, as we've always said, dude, it's like the blind leading the blind, right?
Yeah. Yeah. They're just doing it because every other PT does it. And that doesn't make it right. So this is the thing with charging per session. You're only getting paid if you're actually doing sessions. And when the holidays come around, that's a fucking issue, because if people want to go away, that means they're not able to do sessions with you. So that means that you're only really ever paid to train your clients. And instead, what you really need to be doing is using a subscription model so you can get paid to coach your clients every week. And we say to all our students, like, the difference between training and coaching your clients is training is what happens inside the gym, whereas coaching is what happens outside of it. The value as a PT, as a fitness coach, that you are able to give your clients is not in you actually training them and doing their sessions with them. Like, doing that, you're just a glorified fucking rep counter if you're doing that. Like that, let's be honest. It's not hard to train general population. Like, yes, there is like skill sets that are important. And once you get to a certain stage of like, if you're helping people with special cases, like a lot of what you did in your previous business, like all of that stuff is super, super high value. If you've got people that have like chronic injuries or issues, a lot of the checkies that do the poor check stuff, like
just don't put all your value on your training. Guys, don't. It's not. The value of it to the person is them being able to show up consistently over a long period of time. Yes, do the programming right, individualize it for their needs, all of those things. But it's about getting them the result, and getting them the result is about keeping them on track. And more importantly, when they show up for all the things outside the gym, as we know, and again, everything that goes into coaching, they're the ones that get great results. The ones that just overvalue the training and see you as a trainer, they're the ones that are relying on you, and they'll come to holidays time and they'll do fuck all, you know. So we want to put a lot more emphasis on coaching.
And that's what happens outside of the gym. It's like training is in the gym, coaching is outside of the gym. And let's be honest, like the thing that actually gets people results, that gets them the outcome, is not the training and not the things that they're doing in the gym. That helps. The thing that gets them the outcome is their ability to show up and eat well on a consistent basis, to sleep well, to make sure they're getting their steps in, to make sure they're recovering, to make sure they're managing their stress, so that they can actually have the energy and the willpower to show up to the gym.
Yeah, navigate their life.
100%. And if they are not able to do that, and if you're not giving them the support and the accountability that they need outside of the gym to be able to do that, then the results that you're going to be getting for your clients is going to be extremely limited. But your value as a coach is going to then be commoditized, because you are being compared to every other Joe Blow fucking personal trainer at every fucking big box gym. Like, what's the difference between you and every other personal trainer, right? So you need to understand where your value is as a coach and recognize that it's not actually in the training. It's in the stuff that you do outside of the gym. Most people can go and follow a fucking program, a free program on YouTube or whatever, and get results, right? Following that program. There's usually not going to be a huge difference between some free program they find on the internet and what you are going to do for them, unless, of course, they have a special case where they've got a chronic injury or something they need to work around. In most cases, most people will get the same outcome doing whatever workout program that they can find, right?
For sure. If they're self-motivated, 100%.
100%. So like the difference is you being able to actually support them in showing up and doing the things they need to do over a consistent basis. That is the accountability, the support, helping them understand how to eat well, sleep well, drink water, go for their steps, holding them accountable. The accountability is the part that gets people to actually take action, right? And that is the key. The second reason that most PTs just struggle over this period of time is because a lot of them hang up the gloves early. It's fucking November, it's December. People aren't buying fucking.
Yeah, no one buys fitness in December. God, I've heard those stories 1,001 times. It's bullshit, by the way.
It's absolute bullshit. Like December, November, like this period of time is the best time to get clients because people are in a buying mindset.
100%.
They're also, this is the other thing, is like the mind frame that they're going into this time of year with is they're looking back at the year that's been gone and their unfinished business and the things that they didn't get to do, the things that they didn't make progress on. And then they're also looking forward. What do I want to achieve next year? What do I want to do next year? What is important to me? And that is a very, very important time because if you can catch people in that mind frame, it makes it so much easier to sign them as a client, but also motivate them and get them actually taking the actions that they need to take, right?
100%. I just be careful of the story that you run, right? Because it will be true. And I'll leave you on this. Most of the guys that we coach have the best month of their year in December. I tell you this because it's been proven over multiple years.
Big time. The other thing is like in business, dude. And this is the thing that a lot of PTs and coaches struggle with when they first start out actually building a business. Because a lot of them are still, like the Robert Kiyosaki cash flow quadrant.
Yeah.
You've got employed, self-employed, business owner, investor. A lot of personal trainers are on the left side where they've either employees or self-employed. And so they own their own job. And so they're not used to controlling their own mindset and used to being a business owner. When you learn to be a business owner, there's one thing that is fucking true. And that is the energy that you put out comes back to you. So if you check out early, everybody else will. That energy is going to be reflected back to you in your clients, in the leads that you're speaking to, and everybody that is around you. If you are putting that energy out, that's what will come back to you.
And if you believe their story, then it's your story that you believe.
100%.
Yeah.
The third reason this happens is that there's no reason for clients to actually fucking stay over the break. There's nothing keeping them.
Yeah. I'm not getting training.
Yeah.
I'm not getting training. Like, why would I be paying you?
100%. So it's like, you need to make sure that there's something that is actually going to keep them getting value. when there's nothing for clients to look forward to, they run out of future with you. And when they run out of future with you, that's when they leave. So you need to give them a reason to stay. You need to actually have something for them to continue to do, for them to continue to get value from you as their coach. That's an important distinction as well. You need to start seeing yourself as their coach, not as a trainer, not as somebody who only is there during their sessions. If you only see yourself as the trainer that's there for them during their sessions, and when you start your session, you're there for them, and when you stop the session, you're not, you are always going to be commoditized, and you'll always be start to charging 60, 70, 80 bucks a session, meaning you're going to be trading your time for money for the rest of your career if you stay there.
100%. Guys, we're in October. We're getting you to think about being proactive rather than, oh shit, I'm not going to be paid when you work it out about mid-December, right? Think now, put the hard work in now, right? 75% of the year's gone. You want to front load your effort right now. If you can fix this now, you will not have a problem come December, January. Otherwise, you'll be reactionary and you'll be fucking sitting in the gym working, doing fucking 10 or 15 sessions a week just to fucking bring in a bit of cash.
If they can find those people.
If they're around. If they're around. And yeah, not many people are in the gym at that time.
Big time. Cool. So what do we need to do about these problems? How do we fix them? The first thing is we need to think about how are we going to stop your clients canceling? How are we going to keep them around? The first actually the dumbest thing that you can do is wait until your clients tell you that they want to cancel to actually do something about it. That's what pretty much everybody does. It's a reactive mindset, and they're too busy thinking, okay, like your job as a coach is to lead your clients, right? And that's the biggest thing I've learned from what we've done. Like your job as a coach is to lead your clients and set the standard for them. Dumbest thing that you can do is wait until they actually tell you that they want to cancel for you to actually do something about it. Because then you're reacting and you're having to reframe instead of pre-framing. What is it that Taki says all the time? Something about pre-framing, like a little bit of pre-framing can avoid you having to do a lot of reframing later on. So if you learn how to pre-frame and get people's mind in the right direction, get their heads on right, get them thinking about this holiday period correctly first, get out ahead of it, you're going to have a much easier job.
It's much harder to change their mind. Got the book Persuasion, right, by Robert Cialdini. Yeah, amazing book. He wrote the book Influence. But think about it. We're going to persuade them to actually think about something. If you put it in your head, if you put the seed in there, then you can already get out ahead of it before you see it coming, guys. So again, it's about thinking smart and thinking strategically, right, at this time of year.
Yeah. And the other thing to consider is that most people are going to be switching off this time of the year, right? If you're coaching clients who work a regular kind of job, they're about to take leave, they're about to come off and they're winding up for the year.
Going into the silly season.
Christmas parties, you got fucking work parties, you got all kinds of stuff coming up.
The cancellations are coming.
Yeah. And the other thing is the food and the booze are coming. So it's like, if you want to fucking maintain the results that your clients have been able to achieve over the last 6 to 12 months, like you need to be out ahead of it, because as the food and the booze and everything comes out and the events and the parties and everything, like people are going to be eating more and they're going to be moving less because they're not going to be going to work. They're not going to be commuting. They're not going to be moving around. They're just going to be, what are they going to be doing?
They're going to fall off the bandwagon big time.
Yeah, that's what they're doing. They're fucking chilling out, right? So they gain weight. So if you want to make sure that your clients are able to at least maintain their progress and not go backwards, right? Because again, it takes around 6 months to get a substantial outcome when it comes to fitness, but it can all be destroyed, all go backwards in a matter of weeks or months if you're doing the wrong things.
Yeah, most people are trained to look good on the beach.
Yeah,
but they start to feel like shit when they start to blow out just before they want to look good on the beach, right?
Yeah.
And they feel like shit, but they've undone 3 or 4 months of work in like 2 or 3 weeks.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. So your job as a coach is to get out in front of it, lead your clients, set the standard for them. And one of the things we recommend to our students is actually to book your clients in for a holiday game plan session. And you can either do that as like a one-on-one session with clients, or you can do it as a group session with all of your clients together. And you go through a bit of a game plan and you ask them, what are the things that are going to come up? They're going to throw off your progress. They're going to they're going to make you fall off the horse. What are the obstacles and the challenges that are going to come up for you so that we can be proactive and preemptive about the holidays instead of reactive come end of January, February, and we're starting from scratch again and we've fucking lost all of our progress. What are we going to do to mitigate the risk over the holidays And this is a massive value add for your clients. If you give them the opportunity to have a holiday game plan session with you and you pre-frame it right and you tell them, we all know fucking holidays are coming. The booze is going to be out, the food's going to be out. And I'm not saying don't enjoy that stuff. What I'm saying is we need to be able to plan for those things so that we have a strategy around how we approach them so that we don't lose all the fucking progress that we work so hard all year for.
And you get their buy-in too, right?
100%. Like if you offer something like that, think about how is that, we're talking about commoditization and, you know, being the same as every other PT. Like think about if you were to offer something like that, like a holiday game plan session with your clients, how does that differentiate you compared to every other PT? Like that's a huge fucking value add, and no other PT, I guarantee you, is doing that except for the ones that we coach, of course. Like no other PT in the space is doing that kind of thing. And so if you can offer that to clients, it takes you out of being that trainer and puts you into that coach frame, right? Second thing, how do we keep clients engaged, right? We don't want to overload them for the holidays. We don't want to give them a whole heap of stuff to do. We don't want to make their life difficult. We want to enable them to enjoy the holidays, right? If we force them into a strict plan and strict discipline and give them a fuckload of stuff to,
it won't work.
It's not going to be sustainable. They're going to rebound. They're going to fucking relapse, and that goes your progress. But what we do want to do is give them something that they can continue to get value from that continues to engage them over the holidays, right? One of the things that we get our students to do, and it's so simple to do as well, is like just literally run an 8-week challenge or something over the holidays. Like it's not really that hard to do. You just let the clients know what the challenge is. You tell them the criteria and what they have to do. A lot of the time it can be as simple as like a 75 hard kind of style challenge where you've got a daily list of things that you need to do and you check off what's happening each day. And then you basically stack the wins of those days in a row, and whoever, you know, gets the most days or gets the most, the biggest streak, the biggest winning streak of days in a row of completing all of those things on their checklist, whether it's walking 10,000 steps, drinking 3 liters, sleeping 8 hours, getting their workout in, limiting junk food to like 1 meal or something like that. Like it's totally up to you. You as the coach obviously understand your clients, you know what's going to be helpful for them. So if you come up with something as simple as just like a little 8-week challenge that starts in December and ends the end of January, like again,
in your community, right? Like we are the sum of the 5 people that we hang around most. And if we have a community of people that are doing this and they're all part of it and they're able to tap in every day because they see that, you know, how everyone's navigating and what the little win is that they had, and because they're going to leave your gym, and then they go back to being around their family that more than likely don't train. They get caught up with their kids and all of the things. Whereas if they have a bit of a focus or something that they're part of, external, right? Like then they're still tapped into the community. And again, they're tapped into you, right?
This is the other thing that we haven't really mentioned yet. If you take time off and you don't have a way to keep people engaged over the holidays, you're out of sight. And if you're out of sight, you're out of mind, which means that people forget about you, right? And as a business owner, that is the worst thing that can happen. Attention is the most valuable currency that you can have in your business, right? If you know how to keep people's attention and hold them and keep them engaged, you are going to have a much more successful career as a business owner. And you are going to like that is the foundation skill set really when it comes to marketing, when it comes to sales, when it comes to running a business, is learning how to get and keep people's attention. The other thing as well, a challenge, it builds community, it keeps people engaged, and it stops people falling off the horse. Community is one of the most important things that you need to learn how to build if you want to actually create clients for life, because people will come for the training, they'll come for the weight loss, they'll come for the transformation, but the reason that they stay is for community. So if you've had a challenge with like having clients come on board, they leave after a couple of months, like, and it's always like this churn cycle going on, you need to think about, okay, what is your system for creating community with your clients?
Matt, I'll say one thing. Think about building a little cult. Now, I know that word could be strong, but guys, if you build a little cult, I've heard people that have owned gyms, and I love this idea that, you know, it's almost like if you're not training, I'm literally giving Matt shit. Where's Matt? Matt's been nowhere, right? Like they're giving each other shit when you're not showing up for these things. And that's what mates do. So if you can create the culture of that, where it's like they keep each other accountable as well within this, again, it's this like, you don't want to miss out.
It's the crabs in the bucket analogy, right?
Yeah.
You heard that one?
Yeah.
Bedros Keuilian talks about that a lot, right? I can't remember the exact story, but basically crab fisher, should say, has a bunch of crabs in the bucket. If you get a bunch of crabs in the bucket and one tries to climb out of the bucket, all of the other crabs try and pull him down. They keep pulling him down from the bucket. And if he keeps trying, what the crabs will actually do is they'll fucking cut off his legs so that he can't climb out. Because it challenges the status quo and the norm for the entire little community. Now that can work either for you or against you, right? Or for your clients or against them. So use it to your advantage.
Yep.
Now the third and final strategy that we really want to talk about is how to actually take a holiday, right? Because the other thing is first problem is making sure you keep getting paid, which means you got to keep your clients and stop them from canceling, but also keep them engaged. The other thing is actually, how do you fucking take a break? Because I don't know if there's anybody in any kind of career or profession that gets more burnt out and works harder, and works more hours, and is more active than personal trainers.
No.
You've done corporate. You worked as a financial advisor. You've run businesses, cafes, all kinds of stuff, and you've also been a PT.
Hospo work pretty hard, but PTs, are working super, super long days. And this is why they end up chatting to me and going, look, when they've been in it 10 years, I don't know if this has longevity. I'm exhausted.
Right?
You need to think about, actually, if we work hard and we're in October now, you've got a hard deadline, right? If you can work your ring off till the mid-December / around it's always my birthday, the 21st of December, it's about cutoff time, right? Where you actually, if you want to work hard right now, and like I say, put in the hard work to get to stop, then you've got a finish line. So you want to do everything you possibly can right now to put yourself in the position to have a break, because if work just keeps going, that's then the exhaustion, right? You've not got to shut off. It always just keeps going, because you always have to keep surviving.
How many PTs are there that just keep pushing, keep going, and they're already burnt out. It's not even a thing of you will burn out. They're already mostly burnt out. They're already fucking exhausted, because none of them have the ability to really take a holiday and take a break without losing their income. So
most say they haven't had a holiday for 3, 4, 5, 10 years. It's crazy.
Because it's either they stop working and they just have to sacrifice that income while they go away. And then when they come back, they're not sure if their clients are going to be coming back on board, or they hustle and they save up a bunch of money and then they go on holiday and then they start back from scratch day one.
And then they do makeup sessions and
makeup sessions afterwards, where you got to fucking then hustle either side of the holiday, which kind of defeats the purpose of it, because you're just doing extra sessions here, extra sessions here.
Yep.
Defeats the purpose. So how do we fix that? How do we actually set yourself up to take a holiday over the break? The way that we get our students to do this is to think about, how can you deliver value without it being attached to your time or energy, right? Without it being attached to doing sessions or actually physically being there with clients, right? The way that we get them to do that, and the way by now fucking every PT should be doing this, you should have an app that lets you coach clients and give support and accountability from anywhere. Because again, the thing that gets your clients results is not the training, is not the programming, is not the nutrition. It's your ability to make their life easier and help them show up consistently and do the right things over a long period of time. That's it. That means support and accountability and structures and things that make their life easier and make it easier for them to do the right things. Yep. Something like an app, we recommend EverFit because it's just got all the right features that you need. Something like that allows you to do that. It allows you to be in their corner. It allows them to reach out to you when they need it. It allows you to give them support, send them voice messages, do their check-ins,
habit formation, all the things that you want them to focus on.
Without that stuff, you're just that trainer. You're the same as every other PT and every other gym, right? The ability to feel, and let's be really clear, we create content around this all the time. Your value is not in an app, because a lot of fucking PTs have an app. It's how you use the app. It's what you're able to deliver with the app. It's your coaching that's valuable, not the fucking app. So we recommend EverFit because EverFit's got a lot of really cool features built in. One of those features is a community. So you can actually have kind of a Facebook group, and it's built into the EverFit app. So all of your clients can interact and build community in there. The other thing is that EverFit actually has the capability for you to run challenges internally with your clients. So even if all of your clients are online, you can still run challenges with them all in that same, in the app, all in the same place. And there's a leaderboard. You can set the criteria based on the metrics that you're tracking in your check-in forms and all that sort of stuff. It's a fucking awesome little app, and it makes life so much easier. So like by now you need to have something like set up. If you
that's just foundation. That's our first 2 weeks in coaching, guys.
If you were around in COVID, like you would have fucking learned the lesson, right? If you weren't around in COVID, like think back to what that was like for PTs and gym owners. They had no way to deliver value and continued and keep their clients without it being attached to their time and energy.
Dude, I was at a gym today. One guy had Everfit and he was starting to chat to me. I don't know. It just, it happens for me. And he's talking to me and he's got Everfit.
On Instagram.
Yeah. And then he's on Everfit. He's like, but there's like 8 other trainers there and they're all using spreadsheets. Like, dude, if you're using fucking spreadsheets, you're cooked. Yeah. There's no competition in this. There's not much competition because it's not hard for you to stand out, right?
100%. So that pretty much wraps up the video, guys. There's those 3 strategies. First, stop them from canceling, get out ahead of your clients and get out ahead of the holiday season, get them booked in for game plan sessions so you can actually create a plan and stop them from falling off the horse entirely. Second, you want to make sure that you keep your clients engaged. You want to make sure that you've got something for them to do, for them to keep getting value from so that you're not out of sight, out of mind. Use a challenge or something like that, an 8-week challenge. So over the break, you've got something for clients to do to keep building community, to keep them engaged. Lastly, for you to actually take a holiday, make sure that you've got a way to deliver value that doesn't depend on your time or doing sessions, right? You should have a fucking app by now. If you don't have one, go and sign up to Everfit or something like that. Get yourself set up and use it with all of your clients. You should be delivering your programming, your nutrition, but some food guidelines, right? Because nutrition is owned by the universities and shit. Habits, like give your clients support and accountability. That's the thing that's actually going to get them to the outcome and get them the result that they want. That is where your value is as a coach. So if you got what you needed from this training, awesome. That's great. This is our gift to you. But if you want some help executing this plan and you want the confidence to know that you're actually doing it right, feel free to just send us a DM on Instagram. We can ask you some questions, figure out if we can actually help you. If it makes sense, we can obviously jump on a game plan call and map out a bit of a strategy for you.
Yeah, dude, we won't bite.
Hey, thanks so much for taking the time to hang out with us and watch this video. If you'd like some help to make December the best month of your year, we're running a Clients by Christmas challenge inside the Coaches Collective where we'll give you the strategies to sign your next 10 clients by Christmas. There's going to be daily action plans and weekly new strategies for you to execute on to fill your inbox with leads and get a head start on 2025. If you'd like to join us, send me or Mark a message on Instagram with the word Christmas and we will get you all the details.